Hello students, now we are going for the next level called as level number 2. So we start with the first question. When the veinlets form a network in the lamina of a leaf, the venation is termed as, I will repeat this, when the veinlets form a network, veinlets form a network in the leaf lamina of a leaf, the venation is said to be. So here we know that the word venation is called as arrangement of veins and veinlets, veins and veinlets in leaf lamina. This is called as venation, and we know that there are two types of venations are there. One is called as a reticulate venation. Here the reticulate venation, you can see that when you go for a leaf, in a leaf the veins and veinlets are arranged in a form of a net. So this is called as midrib, and these are called as veins, and these are called as veinlets. So veins, veinlets, all these are in the form of a network. Hence, it is usually called as reticulate type, reticulate, and this can be noticed in the dicot. Whereas, when we go for a parallel venation, as in banana leaf, so we see that the veins are present on the opposite sides. So this is called as parallel venations. Like this, veins have been present, and this is called as parallel venation, and this parallel venations will be in the form of parallel venations. Again, there are pinnate and palmate arrangements of there, and this can be noticed in monocots. Now the question is veinlets form a network. Veinlets form a network. So the first option is reticulate. So in a reticulate, the veins and veinlets will be in the form of a network. Hence, the first option itself is right option. So we go for the second one called as parallel venation. So in a parallel venations can be noticed in the monocots, and this can be seen in the dicot, reticulate. And the third one is called as spiral. So this spiral type of arrangements are not present. Next we go for the other one is called as circinate. Circinate meaning of this, it is nothing but coiling. So here the coiling type of venations can be noticed. So here spiral is nothing but, again, the coiling itself, it is in a different way. So this is spiral, and this is in the form of a coiling. This is one, or even like this, rotations have been present. So the right answer is reticulate. Now we go for the second question. Leaves develops from. The first option is nodes, the second option is internodes, and the third option is epidermis, and the fourth option is endodermis. So in a second option, the first one is called as nodes. So we know that nodes of stem, nodal region of a stem, all the leaves takes its origin. So the origin of a leaf takes from the nodal region, because at the nodal region there is a presence of phytohormones, plant hormones, which helps in the growth of a leaf. So leaves develops from nodes. So this is the right answer. It develops from the nodes of the stem. This is second option. We go for the second option called as internodes. So it is the distance between two nodes. Distance between two nodes is called internodes. But here the leaves never take their origin. And the third one is called as epidermis. The third one is called epidermis. Now, when we take a section of a root stem, the outermost layer of the stem is called as epidermis. So, here in the anatomy, you are going to study this. Outermost layer is called as epidermis. And the fourth option is called as endodermis. So, this is called as the covering of the vascular bundles. So, when we go for section of a stem, the outermost layer of a stem is usually called as epidermis. When we go for a section of a stem, the outermost layer is called as epidermis. This is epidermis, and the second layer is called as cortex, and the inner layer, this inner layer is called endodermis. So, this endodermis is called as inner layer or covering of vascular bundle. So, here we are going to see that there is a presence of 4 patches of xylem and 4 patches of phloems have been present in a dicot. So, this is xylem and this is phloem. So, there is a presence of 4 patches of xylem and 4 patches of phloems have been present, hence it is usually called as endodermis. So, here the right answer is called as nodes of the stem. So, we go for third question, phyllodes. Phyllodes is found in. So, phyllodes is found in. So, here the phyllodes is nothing but leaf-like structure. Leaf-like structures functions as a leaf. So, this is called as phyllodes. So, here the first option is calamites. The first option is calamites. This is called as buttercups. Buttercups, or it is also called as, it is a leathery flowers. Leather flowers, or we use the word buttercups. So, the second option is called as Gloriosa. Second one is Gloriosa. So, this Gloriosa is fine, it's called as fire lilies. And the third one called as Australian acacia. So, Australian acacia, this is commonly called as mimosa. And the fourth one is called as Distidia. So, this is called as dog bands, called as epiphytic plant. It is one of the epiphytes, so which grows on the other plants. So, here phyllodes are called as Australian acacia. So, this is called as mimosa. So, we go for fourth question. Parallel venations occurs in. First one is monocots. So, we know that in all the monocots there is a presence of parallel venation. So, the first option itself is the right option. The second one is dicots. So, in a dicots always the venation will be reticulate venation. So, it is not the answer. All angiosperms. So, in angiosperms we see both dicots and monocots. So, that will not be the answer. And the fourth one is ferns. The ferns comes under pteridophytes. Again, there it may vary. It may be reticulate or parallel. The veins will be normally in a fern. There is a dichotomous branching veins have been present. Dichotomous branching veins have been present in the ferns. So the right option is monocots. So we go for fifth question. Name the plant having reticulate venation. Name the plant having reticulate venation. So here the word reticulate venation is nothing but the veins will be in the form of a network, and this can be noticed in the dicots. It can be noticed in the dicots. But the options are, the first one is Musa. So Musa paradisica, this is called as banana. Musa paradisica is banana and it is a monocot. It is a monocot. We go for the second one called as Mangifera. Mangifera indica. So Mangifera indica is called as mango and it is a dicot. Third option. So the third option is Varisa. So Varisa sativa. Varisa sativa is rice. Rice, again it is called as monocot. Monocot. And in the fourth one is canna. So this canna is also a monocot plant. Canna is also monocot. So here the right option is Mangifera indica dicot. So in Mangifera indica there is a presence of reticulate venation. Reticulate venation is in the form of a network. So we go for sixth question. The compound leaves may be which type? The compound leaves may be of which type? So first one is pinnately compound leaf, the second one is simple, and the third one is palmately. Fourth option is 1 and 3, both 1 and 3. So we are going for the options. The first one is called as pinnate. The word pinnate is again a compound leaf which has the presence of leaves present on either side. So this is called as the petiole. The petiole is continued as rachis. On either side of the rachis, leaves have been present. Either side of the rachis, leaves have been present. When such type of leaves are present, this is always called as pinnate compound leaf. Pinnate compound leaf. So this is one. So we go for the second one. The second one is always called as a simple leaf. So here simple leaf is nothing but the petiole. This is petiole. The petiole is giving rise to only one leaf lamina. Only one leaf lamina. Hence it is called as a simple leaf. So this is, as in hibiscus and rose, we see that there is a presence of simple leaf. And the third one is called as palmate compound leaf. So the palmate is nothing but the palmately. So palmately is also called as a compound leaf. So here palmately compound leaf. So we can see here in a palmate compound leaf, the petiole is ending with leaves. So the petiole is ending with leaves. So this is petiole is ending with many leaves like this, and this is called as silk cotton. So silk cotton, there is a presence of compound leaf. Fourth option is both 1 and 3. So the right answer is this. So both 1 and 3 are called as compound leaves. It's not a simple leaf. So the right answer is fourth option. We go for the next question. Bulb is modified into. So here the word bulb is called as underground stem modification. Underground stem modification. And here one of the example for this is onion. In an onion, the stem is highly reduced and it is called as disc and has the presence of adventitious roots have been present. At the center of this, there is a presence of axillary bud covered by the fleshy leaves. There are three types of leaves are there. One is called as a fresh leaf, and the dry leaf, and the foliage leaf. Foliage leaf is nothing but the photosynthetic leaf. Like this, it is present in the bulb. Now we go for the options. The first one is called as leaf. The second one is called as shoot, and the third option is called as root, and fourth option is called as flower. So here we know that it is the underground stem modification. So here the answer is shoot. Shoot is nothing but the aerial parts. In this aerial part of a plant body, there is the presence of stem, branches, all that. So but here the one of this is called as stem modification. So bulb is nothing but shoot, underground stem modification. So we go for the next question. Pulmonate leaf base is found in. So here the word pulmonate. Pulmonate is nothing but swollen leaf base. So leaf base is usually swelling, swollen. That is called as pulmonate. So pulmonate leaf base is found in. The first option is Lycopersicum, esculentum, Lycopersicum esculentum. This is first one. Second one is called as trifolium. So this trifolium can be noticed in the clover leaf. Clover leaf. Clover is nothing but in Kannada we use the word lavanga. So it is called as clover leaf. The third one is called as Nicotiana tabacum. Nicotiana tabacum. And fourth one is petunia. This petunia is nothing but funnel shaped flowers. It has funnel shaped flowers. This is called as petunia. But here the question is pulmonate. Pulmonate leaf base can be seen in the trifolium. So here the question is trifolium. So here pulmonate leaf base seen in the trifolium. So this is the right answer. Next we go for trimerous. Trimerous flowers are present in. So here the word trimerous. Normally 3 sepals, 3 petals are called as trimerous. But trimerous can be seen commonly in the monocots. So in a monocot, we never use the word sepal and petal. We call it as 3 tepals. It is nothing but 3 perianth. 3 perianths have been present. Hence we use the word trimerous. So trimerous is always present more in the monocots. In monocot, for example coconut, we see that there is a presence of trimerous. So the first option itself is right. So we go for the second one called as dicots. In a dicot, we see pentamerous. The meaning of pentamerous, 5 sepals and 5 petals can be seen in the dicots. So the third option is gymnosperms. So gymnosperms are called as naked seeded plants. Here it is not covered by the fruit walls, so hence they are called as gymnosperms. And the fourth option is all the above. So that's not the answer. Here trimerous can be noticed in monocots. So we go for the next question. Arrangement of leaves on the stem. Arrangement of leaves on the stem is the branch. First option, venation. So we know that the word venation is nothing but arrangement of veins and veinlets. Arrangement of veins and veinlets in leaf lamina. In leaf lamina, this is called as venation. The second one is called as vernation. The second one is vernation. So the vernation is nothing but arrangement of buds. Arrangement of bud, or we use a word scaly leaves. Scaly leaf in a flower bud, that is usually called as vernation. And the third one is called as taxis. So here in a taxus, here it is nothing but individual leaf is folded. Individual leaf is folded in bud. This is called as taxis. And fourth one is phyllotaxy. Phyllotaxy. It is nothing but arrangement of leaves. Arrangement of leaves on the stem. Arrangement of leaves on the stem is called as phyllotaxy. Hence the right answer is phyllotaxy. So arrangement of leaves on the stem is called as phyllotaxy. This is the right answer. So we go for next question called as picture is found in. So picture is found in. So we know that the word picture, this is nothing but vessel. Picture means it is nothing but vessel. So this can be noticed in the insectivorous plants, or insectivorous is also called as carnivorous, because the plant parts, leaf parts are modified for capturing the insects, because when there is a presence of deficiency of nitrogen, they capture the insects and eat for the compensation of nitrogen balance. That is called as, one of this is called as pitcher plant Nepenthes. Pitcher plant Nepenthes. So we go for the options. The first one is called as Dionia. So this Dionia is nothing but Venus flytrap. Venus flytrap. This is one of the insectivorous plant. The second one is called as Drosera. The second one is called as a Drosera. So this Drosera is commonly called as Sundew. Even this is one of the insectivorous plant. And the third one is called as Nepenthes. Third one is called Nepenthes, and this Nepenthes is called as a pitcher plant. Nepenthes is called as a pitcher plant, hence the right option is Nepenthes. And the fourth one is called as Viscum. So this Viscum is nothing but partial stem parasite. It is a partial stem parasite which depends upon other living organism. Hence this is not the answer. So the right answer is Nepenthes. So we go for the next one. A leaf without petiole. So when a leaf has a stalk called a petiole, it is called as petiolate. But here the question is leaf without petiole. First option is subpetiolate. No, this is not the answer. The second one is sessile. The sessile meaning stalk is totally absent. Stalk is absent, called as sessile. So sessile is the right answer. So second option is right. And the third one is subsessile. So even this is not the answer. Fourth option is all of this. So here leaf without petiole is called as sessile, and the option is second option. We go for the next question. Which of the following is a asymmetrical flower? So the word asymmetry. Asymmetrical flower. So here asymmetrical flower means when you take a flower and cut the flower, it never give rise to two equal halves in any plane. I will repeat this. When a flower is cut into two equal halves, it never gives rise to two equal halves in any plane. For example, if it is giving rise to two equal halves in all the plane, we use a word actinomorphic. Only in one plane, if it gives rise to two equal halves, we call it as zygomorphic. But here, we call it as asymmetry. It never divides into two equal halves in any plane. So, that is called as asymmetrical flower. So, first one is Clitoria. So, this Clitoria is called as Asian pigeon wing. Asian pigeon wings. The second one is called Canna. This is called as Canna. Canna called as Kanda Bale. Kandabale, Canna. And the third one is called as Crotalaria. Third one is called as Crotalaria. This is called as rattle pads. Rattle pads. And the fourth one is called as hibiscus. Hibiscus is commonly called as China rose. China rose. But here asymmetrical flower, this is called as Canna. In a Canna, Kandabale, here the flower, it never divides into two equal halves in any plane. Now, we'll go for the next question. The following figures represents. So, here the figure is like this. There is a presence of a thalamus. The thalamus is this is called as thalamus, and this is called as pedicel. Here there is a presence of female reproductive system called as Gynecium, ovary, style and stigma. This has been given. Here the first option is flower. The first option is flower. So, here it is not a flower, only one sex is been present here, hence it is not a flower. This is called as Gynecium. Gynecium has three parts, ovary, style and stigma. It is not a flower. When we use the word flower, we should have all the non-essential and essential parts should be present. Non-essential like calyx, corolla, essential like androecium and gynecium should be present. So, it is not the answer. The second one is called as carpel. So, the carpel is nothing but the unit of gynecium. So, it is a part of a gynecium. So, hence this is the right answer, carpel. And third option is called as inflorescence. So, we know that inflorescence is nothing but the cluster of flowers, or it is called as a mass of flowers, inflorescence. Again, this is not the option. And the fourth one is called as thalamus. So, thalamus is always present in the lower part. So, as I mentioned here, thalamus is present in the lower part of pedicel, or the lower part is nothing but thalamus. So, here even this is not the answer. So, right answer is called as carpel. So, we go for 15th question. An Apocorpus flower is found in. So, here the word Apocorpus flower. The word Apocorpus, here the carpels are free. So, when you take a gynecium, when you take a section of a ovary, inside this there is a presence of carpels, number of carpels. When carpels are free, we use the word Apocorpus conditions. So, when you go for a trimerous flower, here you can see there is a presence of carpels like this. So, this is called as carpel. When carpels are free, we use the word Apocorpus. When carpels are fused, we use the word Syncarpus. But here the flowers are Apocorpus condition. So, in this Apocorpus condition, the first one is Cisalpinaceae. The first one is Caesalpina. So in a Caesalpina, commonly called as cassia, it is a peacock flowers, cassia. The second one is called as ranunculus. Second one is ranunculus. This is called as buttercups. Buttercups. And the third one is called as brassica. So here the brassica is called as mustard. Mustard is the brassica. And the fourth one is Datura. So here there is a funnel shaped flowers called as Datura, can be seen in a family Solanaceae. Family Solanaceae. But here the question is Apocorpus flowers, that is nothing but carpels are free, can be noticed in ranunculus. That is the right answer. So we go for 16th question. Ruscus. Ruscus, the stem modification is. So here the word ruscus is nothing but, it is called as butters broom plant. This butters bloom plant is called as ruscus. The stem modification is, the first one is called as phylloclad. The first one is phylloclad. Here there is a presence of flattened stem. The flattened stem is being present. The second one is called as cladode. So in a cladode there is a presence of flattened leaf. Flattened leaf like stem. This is one called as cladode. And the third one is called as phyllodes. Phyllodes. So here the phyllodes is nothing but winged leaf stalk. Winged leaf stalk functions as leaf. Functions as leaf. And the fourth option is sucker. So sucker is one of the modifications, can be seen in the chrysanthemum. Chrysanthemum. So in a chrysanthemum we can see there is a presence of sucker. Here the question is, in ruscus the stem modification is, the right option is cladode. It is a flattened leaf like stem. So it is called as ruscus. So we go for next question. Thick pericarp. Thick pericarp of a fleshy fruit consists of. Here the word pericarp. The pericarp is nothing but a fruit wall. In angiosperms, the seed is covered by a fruits. So a seed is covered, hence it is called as a pericarp. In pericarp there are three layers. One is called as an outer layer called as epicarp, the middle one is called as a mesocarp, and the inner one is called as endocarp. Here the question is, thick pericarp of a fleshy fruits consists of. The first one is called epicarp. It is the outer layer. The second one is called as, the second option is called as mesocarp. So mesocarp is called as the middle layer, and the third one is called as endocarp. So here the word endocarp is inner wall, inner. And the fourth option is all the above. So the fourth option is called as all of the above. So here the pericarp has all the parts, epicarp, mesocarp and endocarp is present in the pericarp. Hence the right option is fourth option. Next question. A small dry one-seeded fruit. Here dry one-seeded fruit with pericarp fused. Pericarp fused with the seed coat. Here the pericarp and seed coat are fused. So it is one of the indehiscent fruit. Indehiscent means which cannot throw out the seeds by itself, because here the seed coat and the fruit are being, pericarp and the seed coat are fused and forming from monocarpillary gynecium. I will repeat this. Here the fruit is small. It is a dried up one seeded fruit. Pericarp and the seed coats are fused and it is formed from the monocarpillary gynecium. So here the options are, the first one is called as samara. The first one is samara. So here the samara example for this is maple, and the second one is cypsela. Second one is cypsela. So this cypsela can be noticed in the sunflower. Sunflower, it is cypsela. And in the third one we call it as siliquia. Siliquia, again it is mustard. Mustard. And fourth one, there is a presence of caryopsis. Fourth option is caryopsis. So this caryopsis can be seen in the maize, wheat. In all this it can be seen. So here the pericarp and the seed coat are fused, hence it is usually called as caryopsis. The right option is caryopsis. So the fourth option is right. So we go for 19th question. Plants which provide pulses. Plant which provide pulses belongs to the family. So here the pulses family. So the first one is usually called as Asteraceae. So here Asteraceae is nothing but compositing. So here the Asteraceae is usually, the example for Asteraceae is sunflower. Sunflower. And in the second option, the second family is called as Fabaceae. So in Fabaceae, just we see there is a presence of pea beans. Example present in the family Fabaceae. And the third option is called as the family Poaceae. Family Poaceae. So this Poaceae family is usually called as wheat, grass, all that comes under the family Poaceae. And the fifth one is called as family Solanaceae. Family Solanaceae. In this we see it is called as potato brinjal. Here the question is, the plants which provide pulses. Pulses belongs to the family, this is called as Fabaceae. So the Fabaceae has beans, pea, all this are nothing but pulses. So the right answer is second option. Next, 20th question. Trimerous unisexual flowers occurs in. Here again trimerous. Trimerous, 3 sepals or 3 petals, but very common trimerous can be seen in the monocots. So here we use the word tepals. Here 3 tepals or perianth is been present, hence it is called as trimerous. So examples for this. The first option is tamarind. Tamarind. So this tamarind is a dicot. The second one is coquis, called as coquis nucifera, called as coconut, and this is monocot. And the third one is pea. This is nothing but pea as well as beans comes under dicots. And the fourth one is called as hibiscus. So this hibiscus, again it is dicot, called as China rose. So trimerous flowers, or it is present only in coquis. So it is called as coconut, and it is a monocot. We start with next question, 21. When stamens are fused by their anther, stamens are fused by their anther and the filaments are free, this condition is called. Here stamens have been fused but filaments are free. So here just we say this is a anther and this is one more anther, but filaments are free. All the stamens are being fused here and filaments are free. This is, we are going to see the options. So this is the one. So here the first one is called as Monoadelphus. The first one is Monoadelphus. So the meaning of Monoadelphus, here all the stamens are fused to form one bundle. Stamens are fused to form one bundle. Hence it is called as Monoadelphus. We go for the second one. The second one is called as Synandros. The second one is Synandros. So the word Synandros, here both filament and anther, both filament and anther are fused. This is called as Synandros. So we go for the next one called as Syngenesious. The meaning of Syngenesious, anthers are fused, filament is free. Hence this is called Syngenesious and the answer is Syngenesious. And the fourth option is Epipetalous. The word epipetalous, here the stamens are attached to the petals. Stamens are attached to petals. For this we use a word epipetalous condition. Here the answer is Syngenesious. So we go for 22nd. The conditions of free petals. Petals are free. The conditions of free petals is called. So here the first option is polypetalous. Here the polypetalous, petals are free. Yes. So this is the right answer. The second one is called as Gamopetalous. So the word Gamopetalous, here petals are fused. Third option, Polyphilous. Here the word polyphilous, here there is a presence of free perianth. Sepals and petals fused is called as perianth. Here it is free. And fourth option is Gamophilous. This is nothing but fused perianth. Tepals are fused. Hence it is called as Gamopetalous. But here petals are free, called as Polypetalous. So we go for the next question. 23. Flowers normally have how many whorls? Flowers normally have how many whorls? So we know that flower has calyx, corolla. So when we go for a flower, the flower is called as a reproductive part of a plant body. It has 4 whorls. It has 4 whorls have been present. One, the outermost whorl is always called as calyx. So the calyx is also called as sepals. So this is the first one, and next to this is corolla. This corolla is called as petals, but these two are called as non-essential whorls. So whereas the third whorl is called as androecium. So androecium may be even called as stamens. And the fourth option is, or the fourth one is called as gynecium. The gynecium is nothing but pistil, carpel. So here all the 4 parts have been present. Here the question is, the flowers normally has how many whorls? The first option is 2, second option is 3, fourth option is 4, fourth option is either 1 or 2. But here the right option is 4. So third option is right because there is a presence of 4 whorls have been present: calyx, corolla, androecium and gynecium. These are the 4 whorls. So we go for the next question called as 24th question. The shape and color of the corolla varies greatly in plants which may be. So here corolla is nothing but petals. The petals shape and color is greatly varying in the plants, which may be. The first one is called as tubular. The first one is tubular. The corolla is like a tube, hence it is called as tubular corolla. The corolla is tube and it has a different colors are also been present. The second one is called as funnel. Funnel shaped. Funnel shaped is called as infundibular. Infundibular corolla. So this is called as funnel shape. Here as in Datura, you can see here the corolla is being fused. Corolla is fused and it has a presence of funnel shape. Funnel shaped corolla is called as infundibular corolla. And the third one is called as wheel shaped. So third one is wheel shaped corolla. So wheel shaped corolla you can see in Vinca rosea. In all this, here the corolla will be 4 petals and this will be looking like a wheel. So it has been fused and tube like, and like this it has been present. It is called as wheel shaped corolla. And the last one is all the above. All the above. So here the right answer is, which has a different shapes and color. Here the answer is tubular. Tubular corolla is the right option. So which has various colors as well as shapes have been present in the corolla. But here corolla is colored because we know that they have a different types of colors in the petals. This helps in attraction of insects for the sake of pollination. So here you can see colored corollas have been present in tubular.